From the Republican from the year 2000, owners up stakes for pro bowling. In this age of big money sports, pro bowlers get little respect. They don't sign multi-million-dollar contracts, they don't exactly have to watch their weight, and not one has graced a Wheaties box since 1959. Now, bowlers are getting a lift from Seattle's high-tech world and three middle-aged guys who made their names at Microsoft. Chris Peters, Mike Slade, and Rob Glaser bought the Professional Bowlers Association for the fire sale price of $5 million in April, when it was deep in debt and struggling to meet its payroll. Their venture is not a charity mission, though, or even a way to live out childhood fantasies. They intend to make money. Behind the plan are two somewhat revolutionary maxims. 1, pro bowlers are athletes. 2, pro bowling can be profitable. Our players use 16-pound balls and 10 pins to prove who is more manly than the other, says Peters, a 42-year-old former vice president of Microsoft and an avid bowler. We're in the business of heroes and villains. One person succeeds, one person fails. Whether pro bowling succeeds could depend on basic sports marketing. From the time it was founded in 1959, that was the year Billy Waylew and Ed Lubansky made Wheaties honors, until the sale was closed, the league was a nonprofit membership organization. Its promotion budget, $0. Since buying the league and moving it from Akron, Ohio to Seattle, the new owners have changed that. They hired 2 former Nike executives to promote the now for-profit league and plan advertising campaigns. They are also trying something they learned from their old boss, Bill Gates. They are giving the PBA's top 70 players stock options, apparently the first time a league has offered its players a share of the ownership. The former Nike execs, Ian Hamilton and Steve Miller, want to create an atmosphere where the typical league bowler aspires to turn pro, where bowling fans regularly watch tournaments on ESPN, and where kids reenact clutch strikes the way they reenact clutch three-pointers on the basketball court. We're doing this just like it's the NFL, the NBA, or Major League Baseball, says Hamilton, the league's new commissioner. The players need to look at themselves that way. Miller and Hamilton hope to be as popular as NASCAR, which, as Peters reminds people, was once just Southerners turning left. They are encouraged by estimates that 4 million people played in bowling leagues and that Americans went bowling 50 million times last year. Parker Bone III, who won $232,600 on the way to becoming last year's PBA Player of the Year, appreciates what the high-tech trio is trying to do. In America's sports culture, he says, money equals respect. The biggest reason we're not on the same par as other competitive sports is the amount of money we bowl for, Bones says from his home in Jackson, New Jersey. Just like pro golfers, he says, we are the best in our sport, and you don't need to be big and bulky or run 100 yards in 10 flat, but you do have to have the stamina to bowl 40 or 50 or 60 games competitively in a given week.